games, with Mali hosting Uganda. Well, the first ever FIBA Basketball World Cup to be held by multiple countries is just a couple of years ago. And this is how this group currently looks. And Cape Verde getting a big win earlier on today against Nigeria, beating them 79 points to 71. So maybe a bit of an upset there. And now it is the turn of Mali and Uganda to start off their qualification campaigns. So Indonesia, Japan and the Philippines, the three countries that will be hosting the 2023 Basketball World Cup. And the African qualifying journey now that will run over an 18-month period, going all the way through until February of 2023. We are here in the beautiful coastal city of Benguela, which is hosting a major FIBA event for the first time since it organised a set of games for the group phase of AfroBasket 2007. And just to let you know how the African qualifying campaign will go, the first window of the African qualifiers will see 8 teams split in 2 groups of 4, each doing battle for the right to then advance to the second round. But to make it to the last 12, teams must finish in the top 3 places from their group. So top 3, you go through to the second round. If you finish 4th in your group, unfortunately, you will be eliminated. Well, Mali and Uganda faced each other twice in the World Cup 2019 qualifiers, with the former winning both encounters. Mali winning 95 points to 80 and 79 points to 76. The last time they met, the 30th of June 2018. Mali only won 3 games in the competition in the 2019 qualifiers, but 2 of those 3 were against their opponents here today. Of course, Mali looking to try and rebound after a very disappointing AfroBasket 2021 campaign where they played 3 games and lost 3 games. They lost to Nigeria, 81 points to 73. They lost to Côte d'Ivoire, 90 points to 67. And they lost to Kenya, 72-66. So, yeah, they'll be hoping for a little bit more here today against Uganda. And maybe when you're thinking of African basketball, very few people would actually consider Uganda. However, they are on a mission to try and change that, this Ugandan side. They currently are 90th in the FIBA World Rankings. That stands at 13th among all the African teams. But they reached the last 3 FIBA AfroBaskets. They've improved each time as well. They finished in 6th place at Rwanda earlier this year. And we will just pause momentarily for the national anthems. So national anthems complete, and we are just a few minutes away from getting this one underway. Our officials today, Antonio Bernard, Arno Njoli and Silva Hungbeji, looking after this game today. Some of the best officials in Africa overseeing the World Cup qualifiers. Well, Uganda won just one of their 6 games in the World Cup 2019 qualifiers. That win happening in the sole game in which they conceded fewer than 75 points. That was against Rwanda. As I say, Mali do have the upper hand coming into this one. The fact that they have beaten Uganda in both of those qualifying games. As I said, they are certainly a side on the up, though, Uganda. Mentioned their improving record at the last few Afro baskets, reaching 6th position in Rwanda back in, well, earlier this year. A big reason for that really was down to Ishmael Wainwright, who averaged 12.6 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 6.4 assists. Here's a look at the Ugandan starting 5. Unfortunately for Uganda, no Ishmael Wainwright today to call upon. And here is the Mali starting 5. Kante, Soerna, Jambo, Sidibe and Diaruma. And plenty of options for Coach Kanute to call upon. Mandi Jiruni in charge of Uganda. There is Boubacar Kanute, the Malian head coach. So 60 seconds left then until both Mali and Uganda get their FIBA World Cup 2023 qualifying campaigns underway. Plenty of hard work and hard graft coming up over the next 18 months, and how they'd both love to get off to a quick start here.
On va jouer motion. On commence position diamant. Calmer est là. Jambo. Jambo est là. Kanté. Benker. Voilà. Benker, tu poses pas le pic. Il sort côté 5. Côté 5. Et Ibu, tu donnes le ballon. Jambo, quand tu sors comme ça.
We can have Oxy.
Coach, let's go.
Up here.
We need to have a
Okay, and Tony right here. Okay, so Eric, go and pick Brandon. Brandon is coming up here. Okay, and Tony right here. Okay, so Eric, go and pick Brandon. Brandon is coming up here. Jimmy, find him. After that, Oxy. Oxy, find Eric here. Eric is coming up, yeah? Jimmy, have that pass.
Let's go.
Silverbacks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Silverbacks, let's go. Let's go.
So final words of wisdom given out then by the 2 respective coaches. Good news is that we do have fans in. They made an absolutely amazing atmosphere in the Côte d'Ivoire-Angola game just an hour or so ago, which was an absolute thriller as well. Côte d'Ivoire winning by 1 point to get the better of Angola there, much to the heartbreak of most people that were watching that.
We good on the table? We good? Secretary, you okay? The captain on the floor? We good?
So here we go then. World Cup qualification just about to get underway here. Mali up against Uganda. Should be a fun one, this. Certainly their 2 qualification games back in 2018 were pretty good ones. Certainly one very close game, which Mali won by just 3 points. Gets the shot away and is fouled in a very early trip to the foul line. Yeah, makes the second one. Ibrahim Jambo. So Mali with the first points. Now they've turned it over. Thought about just throwing up the 3 there, Kante, instead. Just keeps the ball moving. First 3 goes up. A little too much on it. Last touch was off a Malian hands, and Uganda will get possession back. Drileba. Remember, you can interact with us. Poor pass from Drileba, turns it straight back over. Hashtag FIBA WC is where you can find us. We'd love to hear your thoughts and get your opinions. Who's going to make it through the African qualifying group? Pulls up, shoots the mid-range 2, can't get it to go. Mali keep possession. Turns around, fires the 2, offensive rebounds, is good stuff. However, he's just stepped out of bounds, and Uganda will get possession back. Plenty of the ball early on here for Mali. Rawir, it's a good pass out to the corner. Did well to close him down there, prevent him getting that shot away. Oh, and just dunks all over them. Brandon Davis, welcome to the game, sir. Looking to respond with a 3 of their own, never on target. Offensive rebound, though. Drives inside, makes the layup. Good start to this game from both teams. It's Davis again. Need to try and do it from beyond the arc this time. Showing that he's got all bases covered. Sonera throws up the teardrop, can't get it to go. Rebound by Anabu. Davis again. Another 3 on the way. Davis was searching for the rebounds. Throws up the mid-range jumper, can't get that one to go. Rebound this time by Drileba, his first today. Well, I'm sure they would have been watching the game between Côte d'Ivoire and Angola earlier on today, and they'll all be anxious not to make a similar start to Côte d'Ivoire. Started very slowly. Another turnover there as he steps out of bounds. Côte d'Ivoire found themselves 16-0 down at one stage. The first 16 points of the game, all going the way of Angola. Trailed by 17 in the opening quarter before fighting back to win. Three goes up, another one off target. Nearly got the roll. struggling with their three-point shot right now. Oh, Mali, it's a good pass, looking for Davis. Davis has got 3 white shirts all around him. It doesn't make any difference. Just spins around and finishes with the left hand. Brandon Davis has made a nice start to this game. Foul is called. So 2 free throws coming up for Ibrahim Sayonara. Makes the first.
Last one, guys. Go. Hey, Tony, it's you.
And makes the second. Oh, he nearly was able to recover it, but was always fighting a losing battle. So Mali back in possession. Just coming up to the midway point in this opening quarter. Sides have started a little slowly. Mali with a slight advantage. Now the main man is back, the mopper. Have we seen him before? I hope you get to experience him if you haven't today. If there's any sweat on the court, he'll be out. There he is. So Rawe heads to the bench. Tries to find a way through. It's really nicely done. I think everyone was just expecting him to throw the shot up himself. Instead, just popped it off. Beautiful little assist. So Mali lead by 4. Very early stages here. They've thrown it away now, Uganda. So Mali back in possession. Chance to just keep increasing this advantage. Kante. Kante shoots the 3, and they've made one. It's been a little bit of a slow start from beyond the arc for Mali, but it looks as though Mamadou Kante has changed that, and in style as well. First 3 of the game goes down. Druleba. Okello. Tries to find a way through. It's another turnover. They are not looking after the ball particularly well right now. They've got lucky there, have Mali, to keep hold of it. And in the end, they're unable to make the 2. Brandon Davis brings down the rebound, his first of the game. Now Davis up the other end. Well, he's already made 1 3. Can he make another? Oh, excuse me, no, he came up short with the first one. And foul is called. So Uganda with no more fouls to give already. Just over 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. That's nicely done. Great ball movement, that from Mali, and it's finished off with the 3. Ibrahim Jambo knocking it down. That was just a lovely team play, though, from Mali, and already it's a double-digit lead. Well, I said that both of these sides wouldn't want to get off to a similar start to Cote d'Ivoire in our last game. But Uganda are looking as though they could go the same way. Brandon Davis draws the foul this time. As Brandon Davis nearly had his pocket picked. Trying to get the ball into the hands of Brandon Davis. Here he is. He's nearly lost possession. Shot clock is running down here. 3 to get the shot away. Super defense. It's a really good defensive play. And now up the other end of the floor. Did well to get bodies back in transition there. Uganda stopped that fast break leading to anything. Sayonara. The pull-up jump. Oh, it looked good. Don't know how it didn't drop. Now Davis down the other end of the floor, kicks it back outside. Lots of time to line up the 3. Knocks it down with authority. Titus Odeke. Here's Kanute. Kanute, lovely pass from him. A little heavy-handed with the left-handed finish, though. Now Brandon Davis can spring the break. They've got the extra man in the corner. Here he is for another 3. Oh, he throws up an air ball. A little bit surprising there from Jimmy Anabu. And Mali have just thrown the ball straight out of bounds. So Uganda back in possession. 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. So Ibrahima Sidibe on the floor for the first time. It's a really poor pass, just gifting possession back to Mali, and it could cost them dearly here. Could cost them 3. Good ball movement. This plays the extra pass, comes up short with the 3-point shot. Grabs the offensive rebound, and now they can just take their time again. You can just hear the shout of easy. Looked all a little bit frenetic, but he's calmed it down and couldn't quite make the layup, but they've got it back again. Really not looking after the ball well enough here, Uganda, and in the end, it will be a trip to the foul line for Ibrahima Haidara to shoot a couple.
Let's go, guys. We got 2 shots. Let's go. All right. After shooting. After shooting.
Oh, got it back again. Oh, they're not boxing out. They're not looking after the ball better. They're good enough here, Uganda. They're lucky, really, to only be 7 points down as Brandon Davis charges. Looks for the layup. Can't get it to go. Just over a minute to go in this opening quarter. Here's Sidibe. It's a nice pass into Ballo. Ballo looking for a way up and was fouled. Brandon Davis to inbounds. Davis drives inside. So difficult to stop in those kind of positions. Brandon Davis plays with so much aggression. 6 points already for him, 3 for 5 from 2-point range. Difficult looking shot, the left-hand hook, and now the fast break is on. It's a 2 against 1. They've done well just to thwart the momentum there, and in the end it's yet another turnover, although Uganda very nearly got it back, but in the end Mali regained possession. A lot of time to line up this 3 and knock it down. Ibrahima Haidara with his first points of the game. 3 seconds to get the final shot away from the half court. Just can't make it, and the buzzer goes. So a good opening quarter in their qualification campaign for Mali. At the end of 1, it is Mali 17, Uganda 9. Well, just 17% from 2-point range, Mali, but they have made 3 from beyond the arc. Uganda only 1 of 6 from 3-point range so far. Well, Brandon Davis was involved heavily in that opening quarter for Uganda. He has 6 points, including 1 enormous dunk, but it was just the 3-point shot for Mali that kept them out in front. Certainly shot that 3 a lot better than their opponents. Jambo knocking 1 down. This was Brandon Davis again, heavily involved. Great bit of defense there. Big block to prevent Davis getting to the rim. That was the only 3 that Uganda did make. And Brandon Davis, once again, always looking to try and drive inside. Was pretty happy with what he saw, though, in that opening quarter. Remember, you can scan that QR code for live stats and more. Hashtag FIBA WC, as I said, to interact with us throughout this qualification campaign. Let us know your thoughts, how you think it's going to all unfold, and who you think are the main threats coming out of Africa this year. What did you make of the Nigerian result earlier on today, losing to Cape Verde? So 17 points to 9 as the second quarter gets underway. Uganda with the first possession. Nice pass out to the corner. The 3 goes up. Can't get it to go. Big offensive rebound. That's great. Need a little more of that. Something that they weren't doing so much in the first quarter. They were being heavily out-rebounded on both ends of the floor. Get out of here. Huge block, but another three goes up. That's a super opening defensive possession from Mali. And now up the other end of the floor. And now they've turned it over, and it's a 3 against 2 for the time being. Triliba throws the three and makes it. Just the start Uganda wanted to the second quarter. They only made 1 3 in the opening quarter. They've now made 1 inside the opening 50 seconds of the second quarter. Kanute. Difficult looking shot. Oh, but he gets it to go. Beautiful from Nfale Kanute. His first points of this ball game. And now Uganda will turn it over. Turnovers really cost them dearly in that opening quarter. They had 8 turnovers compared to just 3 for Mali. Really got to try and look after the ball a little bit better. Titus Adeke, the man called on the travel. Yeah, more than double the number of turnovers so far for Uganda. Here's Kanute. Shooting over the defense. And just came up short, actually caught the net on the way through, and now an unsportsmanlike foul has been called, and you can see what Brandon Davis makes of that. Not happy with the call, and a good opportunity here for Mali to have a couple of free throws and possession back again. Try and make hay early on in this second quarter. And Nfale Kanute, the man at the line, fresh off that three-pointer just a moment or so ago. So can only make 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Hey, double coming. Emma, watch double coming. Hey, we can switch if you want.
Oh, they've given it away. It's brilliantly done. Titus Adeke. Up to 5 points personal. So Mali will be disappointed with that off the back of that unsportsmanlike foul. But a chance to add another 3 to their tally here. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Rawire. Pass out to the corner. 3 is blocked en route. Oh, does he keep it in bounds? He does, and he very nearly is able to find Brandon Davis. Davis does brilliantly well, though. Gets the steal. Oh, he's been a real threat early on here as Brandon Davis. Davis again. Gonna try and go by himself here, Davis. Can't get the shot to go. It's good defense again from Mali. Fully aware what Davis wants to do every time he picks up the ball in the low post. Turns down the three, extra pass. Now the three does go. Comes up short, rebound by Odeke, his third. Odeke again, into Davis. Davis out to the corner. Throws up the three, count it. Rawia with his first points of the game, and Uganda within 4. Oh, and he'll be disappointed that he's missed that. Done the hard work there, got the open shot. Now another three on the way, looking for back-to-back threes, can't get it to go. And Fally Kanute with the rebounds. Here's Kanute again, he's already made 1 3. Can't make another. Rebound by Rawia. Wamala for 3, no good. Haidara clears up. As you can see, both sides really struggling. Both 35% and below from the field. Kanute. Nice pass. Never on target. Jimmy Anabu does a good job to bring down the rebound. That's his second. That's a super pass as well. And defense, I don't think, actually realized he was there. Titus Odeke, he's up to 7. 3 for 6 from the field, 3 rebounds as well. And it's a 1-possession game, 21 points to 19. They've already trailed by double digits here, Uganda. This has been a good response from them. And Fally Kanute lines up another 3, comes up way short. Offensive rebound, though. And a foul. Yeah, biggest lead has been 10 for Mali. It's back in the opening quarter. Uganda so far yet to have the lead. Something relatively similar to the game we saw against Cote d'Ivoire and Angola. Cote d'Ivoire didn't have the lead until very late on in that game, and were able to go on and actually win. Oh, it's beautiful. Kanute knocks it down. He's up to 7. The lead is back up to 5. And Nabu, Brandon Davis for 3. I see your 3 and raise you, he says. So Brandon Davis already up to 9. Gets Uganda back to 2. Hook shot, can't get it to go. Under pressure from Davis. Davis with the pass down the floor. Maybe just not quite on the same wavelength there, Eric Warrior. Pulls up, throws the 2, another offensive rebound. Good ball movement again from Mali, and it leads to a 3. Jambo knocks it down. Jambo is up to 8. 2 for 3 from beyond the arc so far. Just keep responding though here, Uganda. And Nabu this time. Staying firmly in touch. Jambo lines one up again. Oh, count another one. Back to back for Jambo. who has just caught fire here, pushes the lead back up to 6. So 30 points to 24 here. And Uganda call timeout.
That's why I'm calling this. Hey, we're so lazy in our defense. We're not moving. We're not putting a body on these guys. They're just moving easy. Yeah. Hey, if this guy is running from this side, whoever is marking here, just switch up. Okay, switch. Put pressure on the ball. They're still making an easy pass to the shooter. Okay, because we're not active. Okay, so you have to communicate. There's a runner, so that this guy just goes. Okay, and stops the shot. Okay, or stops the passing lane. All right.
Charles, t'as compris? Tu passes pas en dessous, tu passes en dessous. Ok? Ok, calme. Agressif encore.
Well, it's been a good one so far, this. But a couple of three-pointers from Ibrahim Jambo have given Mali a 6-point lead. They have led by 10. Uganda still yet to have the leads. As well to draw the foul. So Rawa makes the first. Sonera into Jambo, who's got the hot hand right now. Difficult shot fading away. Brandon Davis now looking to try and go coast to coast here, Davis. And then tried to play the pass back outside, but turns it over. Sonera again. He lines up the three, comes up short with that one. Rebound by Titus Adeke, his fourth. Last touch was off Mali, so Uganda keep it. 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock in this first half. Jimmy and Abu. Shot clock is counting down. Brandon Davis does very well just to draw the foul there. Shame from a Mali point of view. It's a pretty good defensive possession. Diaruma called on his first. Well, now Davis. Davis pulls up and knocks down the jumper. Davis looking in such a nice rhythm so far today. He's up to double digits already, 11 points personal. 5 for 10 from the field. It's beautiful hands. Can't quite put it away, but good stuff on the offensive glass. And puts it back in. Benke Diaruma. That's second chance points, 8 second chance points for Mali, none so far for Uganda, and this could be another one here. Well, they're finally able to get it under control. Eric Walrier. Oh, well, he saw Titus Adeke there waiting. I think Adeke had stepped to his left and Walrier just threw it where he was. So timeout called by Mali. Just about 90 seconds to go in this first half. They lead by 4, 32 points to 28.
DO. Après le deuxième stagger, hein, le 4, tu viens faire le pic. Soit tu flaires ou bien tu roules. OK? On joue. On va jusqu'au bout. Hein. On fait les 2 staggers. Les 2 staggers. Mettez les 2 staggers. DO. Hein. Après, le 4, il vient faire pic ici. Soit il flaire, soit il roule.
En défense, toi et moi, we can switch.
Après le panier, il faut être agressif. OK?
Okay? All right? And then pop out. Okay, Bale, you've got to find Titus on the pop out here.
Okay, strong on 3. 1, 2, 3, strong.
So 4-point lead for Mali, game day 1 of the 2023 World Cup qualifiers here in Africa. So Nera. Back out, 3 goes up. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Fayed Bale. Well, did well just to stay in bounds, but then couldn't find the pass, and down the other end of the floor, slammed home with authority. Ibrahima Haidara, he's up to 5 points personal. The lead is back up to 6 inside the final 60 seconds here. Poor hands, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's a cheap turnover. Trying to find a way through. That's beautifully done. Super finish high up off the glass to make the layup. This is a good end to this first half from Mali. They've pushed the lead up to 8. 10 seconds to go. Can Uganda respond with the final possession here? Fadeaway 2 is good. Nice ending for Uganda, but it is Mali's half. James Okello making the final 2. But Mali will be pleased with the way that they've gone about their business in the opening couple of quarters here. Start off their FIBA World Cup 2023 qualification campaign at half-time. It's Mali 36, Uganda 30. Well, Mali have really struggled from 2-point range, just 22%. Compare that to Uganda, 62%. But look how many actually efforts they've had each. Mali 23 attempts from 2-point range, Uganda just 13. 10 steals as well for Mali. It's been the turnovers that have been really hurting Uganda. Jambo leading the way for Mali with 11. Davis also has 11 for Uganda. But it is Mali who lead by 6 at the end of the first half. Well, as I mentioned, I think both teams would have been wanting to start quickly and avoid what Côte d'Ivoire did in the last game, and that is exactly what Brandon Davis did, an authoritative dunk to start off the game. And then Mali began to find their way back into it. They shot the 3 better than Uganda, certainly in that first quarter. They were able to make a few. Jambo shooting the ball superbly well. Quite relying on Brandon Davis in the early stages. Titus Adeke also played his part. He had 7 points in that first half, 3 for 7 from the field. And they were looking just to try and get Davis involved at every possible opportunity, but the threes just kept on coming from Mali. Good way to end the opening quarter. Coach was happy. And then into the second, big block to start off from Ibrahima Haidara. Tony Drilebe, he made a 3-pointer just to keep Uganda firmly in touch. A little bit better on the turnovers in the second quarter. Uganda in comparison to the opening quarter, where they really did turn the ball over a lot. And even though they're down, they've done a good job of just keeping the scoreline respectable here. Only 6 points down, still firmly in touch. Uganda, as we saw in that match just an hour or so ago, these kind of games can turn around so quickly. As soon as a side just gets on a bit of a charge, it's a little bit of momentum going for them, things really can turn. Uganda will know that although they weren't at their best in that opening half, it won't take much for this game to turn on its head. They've got enough talent in their roster. And Ibrahim Jambo, well, he was probably the star man for Mali in that first half. 11 points, 4 rebounds. Plenty of threes as well. The fast break as well. This was thrown down in style from Ibrahima Haidara. Struggled a little bit from the field today. Haidara just 2 for 9. But there we go then. Mali 36, Uganda 30. Make sure you're back with us for the second half.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Guys knock down shots. Well, oh, nice pass. Oh, it's an alley-oop. Jokic makes it look so easy.
Yeah, everything makes it look easy. I'm glad we're getting to see this Jokic.
Victor Claver. Claver, nice bounce pass into Willie Hernan Gomez. Oh my words!
What a move! What a drive initially. Attack the basket, then the bounce pass came. Nice job by Claver.
Gowrie. Back out to Jan Leon, leads his man on the floor! And throws it down!
Off of the offensive rebound. Look at this move.
Oh! Rui Hachimura! He just ripped through the ozone layer and pounded it home of Miles Turner.
breaks through, but he gets a win in! He can win it! There's still time, there's still time! There was more than .1, they're celebrating. There's no timeout, there's no timeout.
Reno grabs the rebounds, now to Provatola. Deck behind the back pass. Oh yes, now we've come to play.
That's the play of the day so far. Behind the back from Deck.
General, almost 66 per game, and also finish around the basket.
Behind the back pass to D'Elia by Campazzo.
That was incredible.
That could be the player of the quarterfinals coach. Campazzo has wasted no time in showing the world what he's all about tonight.
Oh! Did you see that? Matu throws it down. Well, 11 guys have taken the floor for Nigeria. 10 of them have scored. None as emphatically as that.
Is that a Nigerian poster?
Yeah, it is.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
So a very warm welcome back, everybody, to Benguela here in Angola, as the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualification campaign is getting underway today. Mali up against Uganda. Second half just about to get started. Mali leading by 6, 36-30. Always felt as though really Mali have been in control. Already had one surprise result, really, you would say, in this group today. Cape Verde beating Nigeria earlier on.
Play Horns, a lot of Horns. Still Horns are a great player. Okay, Jimmy, Brandon, Oxy, Eric, and Tony. Okay, so Brandon is going to come. Okay, and pick for you. Jimmy, pick a side. Okay. Tony, when we go on...
Ça, ça va pas maintenant. On enchaîne avec les pics, ok?
Je place un but, je vais jouer.
Deux bas, ok. On joue deux bas.
Other results in Africa today. Côte d'Ivoire came back from trailing by 17 in the opening quarter to beat Angola. Of course, games being played in Angola in this first window. It was a super atmosphere for that one, but it was some comeback from Côte d'Ivoire. So they won by 1 point. Guinea started their campaign off in good fashion as well, beating Central African Republic earlier on today as well. So we've had plenty of great basketball already on the opening day. It's going to be Mali to start us off in the second then. Well, they'll be hoping to look after the ball a little bit better in this second half. Uganda, a few too many turnovers. Just gifting away possession too cheaply. Just can't afford to do that. Mali looking to respond after a thoroughly disappointing 2021 AfroBasket campaign where they lost all 3 of their games. Lovely move to get the shot away. I'd be disappointed not to have made it there, Diaruma. He had a good first half, 6 points, 3 for 5 from the field, 5 rebounds as well. Brandon Davis draws the foul. 11 points for Brandon Davis, 5 for 10 from the field, 10 rebounds, so already a double-double for him. Davis, once again, very active early on here, draws the foul, and it'll be an immediate trip to the stripe. Two games in 2 days for the teams here. So tomorrow Mali will take on Nigeria. Once again here in Benguela. So Cape Verde will take on Uganda. 79-71. That game finished earlier on today. Cape Verde beating Nigeria. We're in Group A here. Of course, the World Cup proper gets underway August the 25th of 2023 in Japan, Indonesia, and the Philippines. Goes all the way through to September the 10th. Bit of a miscommunication, but they just about save it, although now they've got the steal, have they? Not the prettiest possession in the world from Mali. He was fairly convinced that the last touch was off Jimmy Anabu, but the decision has actually gone Uganda's way. Catch and shoot, throws up an air ball. That looked like the last touch was off Mali player this time. This time Mali get the decision. Hashtag FIBA WC to interact with us. Let us know all your thoughts about the qualification campaign. It's a poor pass. Easily dealt with, 3 against 3 for the time being. Throws up the alley-oop, pull very nearly, found its way through to James Okello. Now Mali down the other end of the floor, draws the foul, and will shoot a couple here, Mamadou Kante. 5 points for him, 2 for 3 from the field so far. Well, for Mali, it's just a case of not allowing Uganda any hope at all of getting back into this one. Remember, they led by 10 at one stage in the first half. Uganda so far haven't been in front. Lead is 7 right now. Brandon Davis looking to try and reduce that, but can't find a way through. Turnovers really have been killing Uganda, though. 15 turnovers compared to just 7 for their opponents, so more than double the amount of turnovers for them. Shooting the 2 a lot better than Mali, though. Mali's still just at 20% from 2-point range. Brandon Davis thought about the 3, instead turned it down. Now actually does get it away, and Brandon Davis knocks it down and just has a little bit to say afterwards as well. He enjoyed that one, Brandon Davis. So the lead is back to just 4. Another turnover, this time for Mali, though. So a chance for Uganda to try and get it back to just a 1-possession game. Double dribble from Ibrahim Sayonara. Anabu. Oh, I thought he'd thrown it away, and an unsportsmanlike foul then called on Anabu. So Mali with the chance here to put some daylight between them once again. Trip to the foul line. Will then get possession back after the free throws. So the lead back up to 6, and in possession again here, Mali. So another opportunity to try and just extend that. It's Kante. Plenty of time to knock this one down. Oh, count it. and 1. I'm not sure it's going to count here. Yeah, just unfortunate for Mali. Don't get the and 1. 3 counts, though, from Ibrahim Saonera. So the lead back up to 9. Here they come again, a chance to make it a double-digit lead once again in this game. That's nicely done from Anabu to get the steal, though. 3 against 2 here. Lots of time to line up the 3. And makes it Emmanuel Wamala. Well, they needed that. Can't afford to let Mali get too far ahead here. Because as always in these qualification campaigns, every single point can count. As we get down to the business end, when it comes to determining who goes through, it sometimes can come down to goal difference. That's nicely done from Ibrahim Jambo. He's up to 13. Anabu, oh, you can see what he was trying. Just tried to feed the ball into James Okello there. Three from the top of the key, always in and out. Very nearly made it. Trying to bulldoze his way through here. Brandon Davis is so difficult to stop, isn't he? Those kind of positions. So Davis makes the first. And the second. Back to within 6 here, Uganda. Every time it looks as though Mali are just beginning to push away. Back they come. Ibrahim Jambo really confident today. Super pass and then thrown down with authority from Boubacar Sidibe. His first points of the game, and he gets them in some style. What a pass, though, from Ibrahim Jambo. Some dish. Davis spins up. Well, I'm surprised the hoop is still standing. It was thrown down that hard from Brandon Davis. Couple of wonderful plays, both ends of the court. Oh, this is the one from Davis, his second big dunk today. Did go down a little theatrically, it must be said there. Either way, Mali have got the decision. 4.5 to go. Oh, it's like a dunk clinic right now. Another one from Boubacar Sidibe, who has just caught fire. So the lead is 8. Tries to throw one out to the corner. It's a good pass as well. The 3. And again, back come Uganda. Big time 3. Just to close the gap once again to 5. Foul is called, though, down the other end of the floor. I remember it was Mali who got the better of Uganda on both occasions when they met in the lead up to the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. One of them by 15 points, the other by just 3. So no, this is going to be close, but it is Mali who have the leads by 5. Just over 3.5 to go in this third quarter, looking to try and make it an 8-point game, which he does. So Siriman Kanute, he's up to his first points of the game. It's once again, it's cheap, but it's big down the other end of the floor. What a run Boubacar Sidibe is having here. And all of a sudden, it's a double-digit game again. First of all, the steal from Sidibe, and yet another dunk. Look, he's playing his own video game right now. So Emmanuel Wamala draws the foul and will shoot a couple. And misses them both, however. They are able to keep possession here, Uganda. It's nicely done. And the 3 is good again, and both sides looking at a really good rhythm right now on offense. Titus Odeke with this 3. And the lead is back down to just 7. Here is Ibrahim Jambo. Have they turned it over? I think they have. Yes, they have. Now the fast break is on for Uganda. That's a good pass. Oh, and he just couldn't quite make the layup. And a big rebound this time from Sidibe. 6 points, 4 rebounds for him. Trying to find a way through. Brandon Davis picks up the pieces, though, for Uganda. Did well to keep hold of it. Would have been a 2. His foot was just inside the line. Davis gets it back, trying to spin his way to the hoop, just a little heavy-handed. Now Kanute way off target with that effort. %40 from three-point range for Uganda. It's another steal, though, for Mali. And put in style from Siriman Kanute. Kanute's up to 5 personal. Go alongside his 2 assists and 2 rebounds as well. Throws up the alley-oop. Got a good free-flowing feel to this game right now. 90 seconds to go in the third. Mali leading by 7. And another one goes down. Just cannot stop Mali at the moment. Ibrahim Jambo with another 3. And again, the lead is 10. Strong rebounds. 60 seconds to go. Well, their biggest lead has been 10 in this game, Mali. They've led by 10 a few times. They haven't led by more than 10. And they still haven't. Another steal. And this time they will lead by more than 10. It is 12. It's yet another steal. Brilliant from Canute. He's up to 7. The lead is up to 12. 20 seconds to go in the third. Can Uganda finish the quarter with some confidence here? Comes up way short with the 3, and there could be a fast break on to finish the quarter here for Mali. Another 3 goes up. Can't get it to go. They've got 5 seconds to advance the ball down the other end of the floor. Brandon Davis for 3. No good. And the buzzer goes. And Mali have extended their advantage in this one. They outscore Uganda 25 points to 19 in that third quarter. And they have a healthy advantage heading in to the fourth. At the end of 3, it's Mali 61, Uganda 49. %33% from 2-point range, 38 from 3. Uganda just shooting that 2 a little bit better, but they're not having anywhere near as many attempts from close range as their opponents. Here are the highlights from the third. So confirmation, the World Cup qualifying app is available to download. Make sure you do so. We'll guide you all the way through the World Cup qualifiers over the next 18 months or so. The African qualifiers finish in February of 2023 before the World Cup itself gets underway in the August. Yeah, that will just keep you updated with all the latest scores and news and highlights. Everything that you possibly desire. And Brandon Davis makes the first layup in this final quarter. So Mali leading by 10, 61-51. Opening game for both of these two sides in their qualification campaign. We've already had a win for Cape Verde over Nigeria earlier on today. Big result that for Cape Verde. To find an early 3 as well. Well, look at the amount of time he's got to line this one up. He'd be disappointed he didn't get a little closer there. got yet another steal. How many steals have they got today? And this time it will be a foul, and it will be a trip to the line here. It's a massive difference, isn't it, when you look at the steals and the turnovers today. 15 steals to just 6 for Uganda, and just 11 turnovers for Mali compared to 21 for their opponents today. So they just have not looked after the ball well enough. That is the long and short of it, really, for Uganda. It's Davis. Another steal. And it leads to yet... Oh, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Brandon Davis. How about that? An enormous block from Brandon Davis. Let's look at this again. It just looked as though it was going to be a simple dunk for Siriman Kanute. Davis, well, he had other ideas. Unfortunately for him, Mali are still in possession. Kante. The three is good. Exactly what Mali want to do. No surprise that it's Ibrahim Jambo who knocks it down. 19 points personal for him, 6 of 12 from the field. Sidibe grabs the rebounds. Kante. Good penetration inside, just can't quite make the finish, but once again they've won it back here, Mali, and they draw the foul. So just making sure they've got this one right, the officials. The world's most exuberant mopper, trying to get involved at every opportunity. He was in full flow earlier on. I think he was in the Nigeria-Cape Verde game. So 7.5 minutes to go, but the lead is just increasing and increasing here for Mali. It's up to 14 now. As I said earlier in this game, it's so important. Every single point counts. Well, could count anyway. As this qualification campaign draws to a conclusion in 18 months' time. Always come down to head-to-head or goal difference. So you've just got to make sure that you go right to the end of every single game, even if it looks as though you're going to lose. Could well be vitally important. Kanute has to go back out. Haidara now. Kanute again. Kanute trying to weave his way through, goes back out, the three from the corner, air ball. They won't get a reset either, so he just had to throw it up. He knew that the shot clock was counting down there, Ibrahim Jambo, excuse me. They've lost it again. So many turnovers from Uganda. It's brilliantly done. Titus Adeke certainly played his part today for Uganda. He's up to 12. Pass right the way across the floor. Comes inside, makes a nice finish. Papa Tandina, so his first points of this ball game. Lead stays at 14. That's good aggressive basketball. So Anabu makes both from the line. That lead back down to 12. Jambo, just doesn't quite get the roll. So Uganda have, thought they'd got the stop. This time they have, and they've got the ball under control as well. Brandon Davis out for the three, just comes up short. Big rebound by Kanute. Kanute's third rebound today. Just couldn't quite keep control of the ball. Then went for the pass behind the back, but was seen and picked off by Ivan Muezi. Another cheap turnover from Uganda, though. 5.5 to go. That's good stuff from Brandon Davis, just tipping the ball behind and out of bounds. Mali absolutely convinced that it should be their ball. I've got to be honest, I thought it was Mali ball as well. Looked as though Brandon Davis just knocked it out of his hands from behind there. Either way, Uganda have got possession. Anabu, he was eyeing one up again, Brandon Davis. We've already seen a few. Brilliant, though, from Ibrahima Haidara. Outside, Jambo lining up another three. He's made plenty of them today. Davis thought about the three. What a pass, though, from Brandon Davis. Eyes in the back of his head there for all money, as though he was going to shoot that three, and instead just bounced it into Anabu. He did the rest. The lead back down to 10. Uganda not going away here. 4.5 minutes to go. Tandina lights up the three. Count it. This is what they've done such a great job of doing today, Mali. They just haven't really allowed Uganda half a chance of getting back into this game. As it's gone on in the third, in the fourth, they've always had an answer for anything that Uganda have thrown at them. Sonera. Tandina has had a good impact. He's only played 11 minutes today. Papa Tandina, but 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 for 4 from the field. Faines comes inside, nice pass as well. It's a beautiful play. Oh, I think a few people thought this one was going to be pretty close today. Disappointing for Uganda that they're missing a few of their bigger names. So they don't have Wainwright available today. So that's a bit of a blow for them. Of course, they don't have Dengu either. So it's nice for them knowing that they've got plenty of talent to bring back into the roster as and when. That's a poor possession from Mali. No attempt really to get the shot away. Shot clock was counting down. And in the end, it is a 24-second violation. They will turn it over. Jimmy Anabu pulls up, makes the mid-range 2. Sonera bounces it back into the path of Sonera. Now he shoots the 3, comes up short. Offensive rebound though, straight back to Sonera. Kante, it's a lovely pass from Kante. It's good defense though. Mali will keep it, but it's good stuff from Titus Adeke. Another 3 on the way, no good. Defensive rebound this time. Lead is 12, so a chance to make it a single-digit game here with just under 2 minutes to go. Again, can't connect with the 3, though. Both sides just struggled a little bit with their three-point shot in this final quarter. Mali's overall three-point field goal percentage at 36%. Uganda's at 32. Although Uganda have actually out-rebounded Mali today, they haven't on the offensive rebounds. 14 offensive rebounds for Mali, only 5 for Uganda. There's been plenty of second chance points for this Mali side. And he could just try to bounce that one in. Came off Uganda though, so Mali will keep it. And we just feel as though this game has a sense of inevitability about which way it's going.
It doesn't matter if it's 1 minute for 10 points down. We have to keep it as close as possible. Okay, so keep playing until the end. All right. Don't fall.
Second pivot.
C'est moi qui fais le camp.
Calme. Il pique Jamboué. Tu fais un pic sur Jamboué. Tu le donnes, hein? Toi, tu es là. Il sort ici. Ibou. tu viens chercher le ballon ici. Tu donnes le ballon, on fait, une fois qu'il prend le stagger, ouais. C'est 8 secondes. Voilà, on joue 2. Voilà. Toi, tu es là. Ok, voilà. Ibou, tu es là. Dès que Djambo a le ballon, tu te demandes.
So off the back of the Mali timeout, 90 seconds to go. They lead by 12. Just a case of seeing this one out now. Oh, well, the crowd liked that one, didn't they? Big from Sidibe. Brandon Davis down the other end of the floor.
What do you decide? On the floor.
So Davis will head to the line and shoot a couple. Oh, no, he won't. Thought he was going to. Here is Davis. Davis decides to get one away. He thought he was fouled. He thought that should have been a chance for a 4-point play there. Brandon Davis. Instead, it's just the 3. Gets Uganda back to within 11. And we're inside the final 60 seconds here. Three-pointer comes up short, goes behind. Uganda will have possession. Another steal from Mali. They really have done such a great job of winning possession back for themselves today. It's a nice pass as well and an easy finish. Right under the hoop from Kamara. His first involvement today. Try and respond with a 3. Can't get it to go. Brandon Davis is able to pick up the loose ball. Davis again trying to almost win a foul and make the 3. Obviously aggrieved that he didn't get the 4-point play opportunity just a few moments before. Tried to do so there. And the last possession in this one, trying to finish with the 3, which they do. Nicely done from Eric Warrior, but the buzzer goes, and Mali are off to the perfect start in their FIBA World Cup 2023 qualification campaign. They get the better of Uganda by 10 points. They started quickly and they never really relented. It finished here, Mali 76, Uganda 66. So that's 3 times in a row then that Mali have got the better of Uganda, beating them twice in the build-up to the 2019 World Cup. And now beating them here to get the better of them in the build-up to the 2023 World Cup in a couple of years' time. I said you always felt as though they were under control there, Mali. Uganda, every time they got within touching distance, Mali went again. In fact, Uganda never had the lead the whole game, even though they actually shot the 2 better and pretty similar from 3-point range. Mali just had so many more attempts. And even the rebounds there, yes, Uganda out-rebounded Mali, but Mali had 14 offensive rebounds to Uganda's 6. So they had a lot more second chance points. Jambo led the way for Mali with 19. Davis was very good for Uganda. He had 24. Well, disappointing for Uganda. Hope he's okay. Doesn't look too clever right now. Of course, they go again tomorrow, both of these sides. A busy couple of days for all the groups here in Africa. So Uganda take on Cape Verde tomorrow, and Mali up against Nigeria. A little look back at some of the highlight plays in the second half. There were plenty of threes that went down for Mali, and plenty of wonderful dunks as well. Majority of them by Sidibe. Had about 3 in the space of about 90 seconds, did Sidibe in that second half. Really just showing off his athleticism. It's always so great to start a qualification campaign well. You immediately feel under pressure if you lose that opening game. And especially if they were to lose again tomorrow, Uganda. Already feel as though it's a bit of an uphill battle there. On the whole, they played all right, though, Uganda. It's just the number of turnovers they had. So many steals from Mali, so many cheap turnovers as well from Uganda. They just did not look after the ball well enough. When you look at the turnovers, they had 27 turnovers in comparison to Mali's 14. And then when you look at the steals, Mali had 20 steals compared to just 8 for Uganda. So, yeah, they just didn't look after the ball. They will have to look after it better tomorrow and going forward in this qualification campaign. And they're also going to have to box out a little bit better, make sure they look after the glass. Way too many offensive rebounds, way too many second chance points for Mali today. 13 second chance points compared to just 3 for Uganda. And they'll be looking for their bench to maybe improve a little bit as well. 29 points from the bench for Mali compared to just 15 for Uganda. So a lot of the stats certainly in favor of Mali. There's plenty of talent here. I mentioned the few players that have been missing as well. Likes of Dengu and Ishmael Wainwright as well. So they have them to come back. But today was Mali's day, and they get their campaign off to a winning start. So those are what we've seen today. Cape Verde beating Nigeria and Mali getting the better of Uganda. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again. We hope that you can join us then. But for now, it's good night.